Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. The flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dot.
Brown on the inside give. And that defense reacts quickly. Wow, they take him down near the 21. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Eleven. Dot.
They'll run again with Brown. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
On one, ready?
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. Dot.
Play action now. Burrow. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. All right, Brock, here it is, the totally common opening drive safety to put our first points on the board.
You know, okay, I don't know why baseball's cornered the market on this adage of, well, the great thing about baseball is you show up and anything can happen. You may see something you've never seen before. Well, it's the same thing in this game, and we just witnessed it right there. I think that's the first time on an opening drive I've seen a safety, and I think it sets the scene for what's going to be a wild, wild day. Now, that's a way to start the ball game. A return all the way across midfield. And the kick return team, they're going to get a big old thank you when they get to the sideline. Nothing like starting your offense with a short field to begin the game.
Opening play, and Bo will throw. And his first pass falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Man in motion, out of the slot. This finds Franklin. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. That's caught for the first. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. They'll throw again. Nix. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He's got it deep downfield. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Broncos push the lead to 2 scores now. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's out to the 38. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
11 MT. 11
Couldn't
MT.
connect on first. It's second down. Slot man motioned over.
Dot.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectiveness.
11 MT.
On first down, here's Burrow. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 10. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We've got to see what this flag is all about. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
Just set.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
11, 11, 11.
They kick the running back in motion.
Dot.
To throw again, it's Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing.
Here we go.
I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Dot.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
On 2, ready?
Ball at the 33 for first down.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Dot.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Catch made by All. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that
11,
shot.
11. Dot.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
12, 12, 12. Dot.
Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And that'll bring up 4th down. Butker knocks it through. And it's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Johnson now on the return. And he breaks the 20 on the return, but only just. That is one up to the 21 and out of bounds. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And they catch him and sit him down just short of the line.
He only lost a yard, but how many times do we see a team where just a yard or inches short on 4th down? Well, every little bit counts. He's got to just throw that one out of bounds. Don't run it out for the sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Cut by Sutton. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively. Right? We love receivers that can run. And that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it'll be Bengals football. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Gun. Dot. 11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Dot.
Here's Burrow. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos take possession of the football. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But
we're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Another run for Kamara. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
you know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Nix. Finds Mims. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He slides down with enough to pick up that first. Only 1 yard, but when all you need is an inch or two, Brock, that'll still move the chains.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix gets this to Johnson. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Remain Pratt with the play defensively.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10 now. Completed to Sutton. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's Nix to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and now they're left with 4th and short.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position, and most importantly, swat that pass away.
We send a man in motion. Oh, quick throw here, left side. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Nix with it on 1st. Complete to Mims. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's go.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Trap 60.
They'll throw again. Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
This finds all complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the red zone now. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. One after, up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals take the lead on that successful kick. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Blitz coming, Nix. This is Ingram looking the left side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. Third down coming. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Special teams staying on the sideline. They're going for this on fourth.
Here we go, set.
And they're going for this. This finds Franklin. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Nick's looking to throw. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Kamara can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Cincinnati uses its second timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another shot for Kamara. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Well, now, Kate, a major decision, and you could just feel the angst on the sideline. Do you really want to challenge a front that just held up on 3rd and goal? And if so, well, you better be creative to get the job done.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. The Broncos had their eye on that play clock, and before it expires, they call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. Only a 20-yarder here. Bertolet able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
On one, right?
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. On first down, here's Burrow. He's going to push one deep down the... It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
On first and 10, here's Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Nix again on second and 10. Forced out to his right. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll come up first and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Let's go.
Nix from the gun. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. I don't think they're going to catch him. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos hold an 11-point advantage. This half is off to an excellent start, Brock. Hopefully it's an indicator of the type of action we're going to see through to the end of this one.
Dude, these guys just come out of the locker room, Kate, and it's offense and it's defense and it's our scripts, but those special teams guys come out wanting to be special, and he was.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And He showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
First down, Burrow to throw. Completes it to his running back, Zach Moss. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running back sent in motion left. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Brought in inside the 20. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
First down from the red zone. Chased out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off, Brandon Jones. Free up the middle, it's a breakaway. And forget the interception, he makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Broncos go up by 19. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Buys time, rolling right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And now they face second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Here we go. Shot.
Taken in by Chase, left side. Avoids the defender. We've got a foot race. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
11 mighty. Shot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
12. 11,
Putting a receiver in motion.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Dot.
Here he is on third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Called at a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Broncos get set to take over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Nix off the play action. He puts some power on a deep one left. Big gain downfield. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. He's got it right side. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. They've got 1st down from the 31.
12. Let's get set. Dot.
Burrow from the gun. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. McPherson at the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bengals make it an 18-point game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. Oh, still going. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Broncos continue piling onto this lead. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Drain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
From the 36. Fits it through the middle. And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Stop.
Burrow to the air now. This one taken in by Chase.
Gun.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Stop.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Stop.
Throwing it again here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
We're through 3 on this holiday. Third down. Broncos loading up that secondary. They're in the dime here.
Stop.
Burrow setting to throw. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do.
Touchdown, Cincinnati! McPherson at the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Bengals make it an 18-point game. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. Big lick from the coverage team there. And that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
you want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
They give on second to Kamara. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Shotgun snap to Nix. That's complete to Kamara. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow back to throw. That's going to be caught by all. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
11.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow. Finds his man Chase. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from the 41. Man in motion here. First down, Burrow to throw. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get it back to within 2 possessions. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals make it an 11-point ball game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Complete, it's Ingram. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB and tight end, they got that ball out in a hurry.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To throw, here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Punt team on the field. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Punt meets him at the 28. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football.
I'm one, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. And it's picked off, but, oh, yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
They send a man in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Kamara running out of the gun. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Broncos very close to an 11th win this season. And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Running left. This is Kamara. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. They'll run with Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 5 yards on the play, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
3rd and goal. He keeps it left on the option. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory.